Hello everybody and welcome back once again. You're watching episode 3 of my historical battle series, and my name is Jordan, also known as J-Monster. And today we're going to be doing both battles of the Fords of Isen. A bit of a treat for you guys. We're going to have two battles in one video. And the first battle, which is what we're doing right now, was fought by the Rohirrim, of course, and the invading hordes of Saruman. So on the other side here we've got orcs, just kind of sort of generic orcs to represent the orcs from Isengard. We have the Dunlendings here, and a little bit of mounted strength because both the Dunlendings and Isengard had, well, in the case of Isengard there were warg riders, and the Dunlendings had mounted Dunlending warriors. And over here we've got a couple companies of Uruk-hai. There was only about 2 battalions here. These units have about 200 in them. It's not quite a battalion, which is about 300 to 1,200 units, I think. Or units. Individuals. But, yeah, it'll have to do. And on this side we've got a fair amount of dismounted Rohirrim. All the better to defend this little island in the center here, which is what we're going to make for as soon as we can. Let's take these guys in shield wall because the Rohirrim are mentioned as making a shield wall. And a little bit of history before we start. Saruman's objective in this battle is to slay Theodred, which he does successfully. And Theodred's is obviously to stay alive. But Saruman wanted to take him out especially just because he wanted to strike a blow to the rulers of Rohan, like to their command structure and that kind of thing. And Theoden Theodred was Theoden's son, and was also part of his plan to help turn Theoden against Eomer, who was also a threat, but who is not at this battle. Just a little bit of a note about our troop composition here. We've got about 1,400 soldiers and some Rohirrim who are going to come up the back and act as reinforcements. Over here we've got Grimbold, who is theoretically commanding another garrison here to defend a crossing a little farther up the river. But since there is no crossing like that available on the map, I didn't really give him an army. They'd just be sitting here anyway. But when he notices, as at the battle, when he realizes that Theodred is in trouble, he's going to try and ride to his rescue and try and save him. So we'll see if he manages to do that. And over here we've got Elfhelm and his 4 companies of riders from Edoras, who Theodred had summoned quite some time ago, and they are making their way here now. So, yeah, I think that's about everything. So we're gonna go ahead and start the battle. Yeah, my computer doesn't like all these people on the screen at the moment. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much nicer. So we're gonna run these guys up here as quickly as we can. And we're going to send Theodred and his mounted strength across here to fight with these Dunlendings on the other side. And I'm doing that because initially there was a skirmish on the other side of the river, which was only beaten back when the Rohirrim ran into fortifications that were strengthened with pikes. So we're going to make our shield wall right here with our Eolinga swordsmen. They're gonna hold these fords. Yeah, we don't want these Dunlendings to get into our territory. This is our home, and we have to defend it. So as you can see, there's 500, 600 or so Rohirrim. Yeah, about 500 Rohirrim attacking all these Dunlendings at once. We managed to get to the other side of the ford so we can surround them. Hopefully we don't suffer too badly at the hands of these spearmen. Looks like over here you can see their mounted Dunlending fighters.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Oof, that's not a good sound. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but there's quite a lot of Dunlending spearmen in there. And they're gonna really give us a hard time, seeing as we are all mounted. And over here we've got, yeah, the warg vanguard of Isengard closing in. And then up here, yeah, there's 2 battalions of Uruk-hai, and these Uruk-hai axemen are here to represent the half-orc, half-man axemen that were the demise of Theodred. But they're gonna take a while to get there, so we might have time to take these Dunlendings down. But it doesn't look like it. We're gonna have to retreat our companies back over the river, because yeah, they're definitely getting worsted. Yeah, see, that's not good. So we're gonna have Theodred over in here, and he's gonna command the defense of the fords personally, as he did at the actual battle. We're gonna have our archers cover our retreat as best they can. Yeah, these guys aren't getting out there. I think one of them got like pegged in the head by one of our own archers. That's not good. And they're gonna reform. Why you gotta make such a mess of things, Theodred? Come on.
Move out.
Pepper them as best as we can. And we've got a reserve force over here if we have to commit them. Where's Lord Theodred? He's in there somewhere. Ah, yes, there he is. Oh. Ugh. Computer doesn't like that. There he is. The man himself. All of them push forward at once. Charge for Rohan! Oh. My computer disagrees with that decision. Uh-oh, that's not good. We're gonna have Theodred himself get in there. We're gonna commit a couple of our stronger companies of Rohirrim to back him up. Whoa! Oh no, maybe we're not. Did we rout them already? Oh, I guess they don't like taste of their own medicine. Uh-oh. Yeah, we've broken up our shield wall here. That's not very good. This is kind of This is chilling. Oh, I was taking it out. These guys are... They reload pretty quickly. I'm impressed. Look at that. These guys are friggin' machine guns. Yeah, they're telling Urukai what they think of them. As you can see, there's great slaughter here on the other side. We took heavy losses. We still haven't committed those, that cav of theirs. Yeah. Urukai are leading the way, followed by these orc axemen. We're going to cause us some serious problems. And soon enough, yeah, these guys are going to get here with the main body of the orc force. So we are quite outnumbered. Our poor swordsmen here are already taking some pretty severe casualties. Trying to... Oh yeah. Now we've gotten into the water and we're
The enemy are badly
fighting with these guys.
They have lost half their men.
We may have to move these guys up in reserve. We're going to start moving Elfwine's reinforcements up just a little ways. We're going to have them walk for to add a little bit of dramatic tension. And this is when he starts to realize that, you know, somehow through all these trees and hills, he starts to realize that Theodred is in trouble. So Grimbold is gonna follow his spider sense and come to the aid of his liege. Oh boy. We're pushing them right back to the other side. The Rohirrim wished they were that badass at this battle. They were... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, these guys are just running, aren't they? Well, we don't want them on our side of the river. Uh-oh. This is where we're going to run into some troubles. Get Theodred out of there first. We'll have these... So we may have to sacrifice a unit in order to get our stronger troops back up here. Yeah, we're going to need to pull back in the face of this fairly overwhelming Isengard force.
Abandons his men.
Andrew General abandons his men. That's good. Yeah, looks like most of our troops will get across. Didn't have to sacrifice a unit after all. Uh-oh. Run. He's gonna hit you. He's gonna get you. Get out of there. Oh, he's safe. Yeah, this guy's not gonna be so lucky, though. Yeah, he's gonna die. Watch this. Oh, no. No. Perhaps not.
The enemy general abandons
Perhaps
his men.
not. No, the enemy general's just running away left, right, and center here. Oh, there he is. It's kind of cute, actually.
Go here and ready here.
Yeah, we're gonna prepare ourselves for this defense, because this is not going to be an easy fight, especially once these axemen get in there. And there's quite a lot of them, as you can see. Supported by these fearsome orc marauders. And these fearsome orc marauders. And presumably these ones, once they get there. And there's probably another group of them hanging around somewhere. We've got about 1,000 or so orcs. Here we go. Second battle. I'm gonna throw Lord Theodred right in there against these guys. At least to be there with his troops. The computer doesn't appreciate that very much. Ooh. These guys in reserve a little longer. Throw Theodred's mounted strength in there.
The course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
These guys are going to be our ace in the hole because they're quite powerful. Let's see where Elfhelm and his men are at right now. Yeah, they've got a little ways to go. They're about halfway here. We're starting. Things are developing quite quickly without us. There's. Oof.
Come together.
Yeah, we're starting to lose quite a lot of troops. Yeah, both of these units here.
We are here to protect our lands.
Here's Grimbold coming to the defense of Theodred. I think this is. Oh no, Theodred's fine for now. We're gonna let him walk a little more. Once Theodred, if Theodred goes down, Grimbold's gonna charge in here and he's gonna save. Or he's gonna try and kill the bastard that struck down his lord. Let's see if we can get a decent view of what's going on down here. Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. Victory seems certain on their part. That's not good. And there's still more orcs coming. And then they've got a couple of mounted companies of Dunlendings over there, so this is not gonna be an easy battle. And it wasn't, in fact. The Rohirrim took some pretty heavy casualties. But the Isengarders got it worse than they did. Of course, they could afford to lose the numbers. And Saruman more or less got what he wanted out of this battle, which is to kill Theodred, who is right here. But basically, if Saruman hadn't concentrated so much of his attention on Theodred, he might have done more damage to the Rohirrim than what he did. But he really wanted to take out Theodred. It was all part of his Grandmaster plan, which failed miserably. These Rohirrim aren't pointing around. Got Theodred's guard right here on the front lines. They're pushing us. Uh-oh. Our poor units here are starting to
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
No, yeah, I guess that's most of our infantry is gone now. So we're going to commit our last infantry reserve here. We've got some cavalry right here. Guess we'll get them in the fight too. And we've got our last kind of reserve is these royal kinsmen here. Let's see where Grimbold is. Yeah, he's getting there. He's gonna see that something is. He's gonna see that things are going quite badly pretty soon. Yeah, more and more orcs are pouring in. Whoa! Let's see where Elfhelm and his troops are. Yeah, they're just around the bend, so we're gonna let them have a bit of a breather for now. Just pretend they're not there. It's a pretty intense battle. It's a big tug of war. So these orc marauders are retreating for some very strange reason, but they've got another couple reinforcing companies across the river there, so I don't think the battle's quite won yet. Yeah, these Rohirrim are not, they're not taking any crap. Let's see, where is our Lord Theodred? He's in there somewhere. Could that be him right there? Nope. Ah yes, there he is. There he is. We have them push forward as far as they can. These orcs here, yeah, they're definitely getting the worst of it. But they haven't quite put everybody in there that could be fighting, so. Trying to get Lord Theodred onto the front lines. So that's where he was in the battle. So you don't want him to be hiding behind his troops. These Urukai over here are holding their ground quite nicely. Surprisingly, given the strength of the foes that they've been pitted against. Yeah, there's Theodred. Look at him go. Yeah, buddy. Get in there. Come on. Going for historical accuracy here. Just, why won't you die?
Good tidings. The enemy general
Oh,
lies
the enemy
dead.
general is dead, is he? Well, that's nice. Surprised these guys aren't committing their reserves
captured
yet.
the enemy's general.
We've captured
That'll
the enemy's
teach
general,
the cowardly
apparently.
dog to turn tail and run.
Yes, we're doing actually quite well. Much better than the Rohirrim did at this battle. Theodred is still alive, and Grimbold here has come to help finish these guys off. And soon enough, Elfwine and his men will be here. As soon as they get to this bend, or this little bit right here, we're gonna run them in. Deliver that death blow to our foes. Yeah, Lord Theodred has pushed right ahead, and he's giving these orcs the business. He's got riders of his household around him. Showing these orcs exactly what happens when you come into Rohan. Looks like they're throwing in their last reserve here. Two? There's probably about 3 companies. Oh no, defeat is almost certain. Perhaps the tides have turned against us here. Oh yeah, we're starting to... Most of our mounted companies have been beaten back. These guys are still holding out quite nicely. Where is Lord Theodred? Right here, he's got himself Separated from his men. Don't know how that happened. It looks like Grimbold has joined the fight in order to save his lord. Theodred here, alone, fighting against all these orcs. Look at him go. He's just a killing machine, isn't he? Oh, it's an orc rider here. Oh, never mind, he's redding. He's not even scary. This guy's unstoppable. I'm not sure he's gonna die in this battle. Uh-oh. I think he's gonna die. Send him against these guys. He's courageous. Oh no! There goes Theodred. Grimbold is not happy about this. And I was going to kill the attacker who slew their lord, and Elfwine and his reinforcements are going to come in and they're going to save the day. Or, Elfhelm, not Elfwine. I don't know why I want to call him Elfwine. Probably because they're in the campaign, the Rohirrim have a general called Elfwine. Yeah, there he is. Elfhelm himself is somewhere in there. Red cloak, I assume. Yeah, I can't quite see him, but he's in there. Trust me. And all of the reserves of our cavalry, we're gonna throw them all in there against what remains of these orc forces. And after Theodred was killed in the actual battle, the forces of Saruman basically packed up and left. Everybody who wasn't run down and murdered by the Rohirrim went back to Isengard. Yeah, here's the vengeful reinforcements from Edoras, all fresh.
Our force remains. Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Another enemy general has gone down. I assume that's Grimbold killing Theodred's murderer. So they got another company over here. If they're smart, they'll run. Run as the eye ever so. Yeah, look at that. That's terrible. They just broke right through those lines. Here they come. Yeah, these orcs have been scattered and put to rout. Everybody who's foolish enough to stick around, I'm sure they're gonna get what's coming to them.
The enemy army flees the field.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, these guys are out of here. But we're going to continue because two of Elfhelm's companies pursued the remaining enemies on the battlefield while the rest of the Rohirrim secured the fords. So we're going to do that. We've got Grimbold here. All the enemy generals were killed. Erkenbrand, ignore that. It says Theodred, I swear. Everybody who's left is going to go back across here and secure the fords. And these riders are all gonna get run down and destroyed by these vengeful reinforcements from Edoras. And so I think that'll about do it. So yeah, there you go. That's the first battle of the Fords of Isen. Yeah, look at that. Look at all that carnage. Many brave warriors died on the battlefield today. And you can still see their banners. They're still holding their banners upright, preventing them from touching the ground even in death. But yeah, that'll do for the first battle. Call it quits there.
Our foe is utterly vanquished.
A heroic victory. We of course took heavy losses as the Rohirrim did at the first battle. And of course our enemies took quite a lot of casualties as well. As you can see, there's maybe a couple hundred or so and change that are going to make it back to Isengard to tell the tale. And yeah, that'll do it for the first one, and I will see you back here in just a few minutes for the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, bye-bye. Hello everybody, welcome back once again. You are watching the second battle of the Elves of Lorien Let's Play. This is totally the wrong introduction for this video. Hello everybody and welcome back to the third episode of my historical battle series, and you are looking at the second battle of the Fords of Isen. And before we start, I'll give you a little bit of history on how this battle went down in in the proper canon. It's kind of impossible to recreate given the Isen Fords map available to us in Third Age, because there's supposed to be up north here. There should be another crossing which Elfhelm and his cavalry should be defending, but unfortunately there isn't. So instead of the army of Saruman coming down on both banks at us, they're going to come across this. It's way over here. There's a little bottleneck right here, same as the last one, and it's probably going to be laggy as all hell. But oh well. So instead of having Warg Riders come over that side, because that's impossible, we've set up a nice little surprise here for the Isengard forces when they eventually push their way over the crossing there. We're going to come down on them from two sides and going to cause as many casualties as we can, and then we're going to send our reinforcements fleeing. They're going to scatter like they did in the actual battle. Now, the two commanding officers here are Grimbold, represented by this general's bodyguard, this very handsome ginger fellow right here. And the other one is, as I said, Elfhelm and his cavalry. And at this battle, they were kind of divided on how they wanted to defend the fords. Grimbold wanted to defend these crossings right here, and Elfhelm wanted to defend the western side of this only. So Grimbold in the actual battle, takes all of his infantry over to here, so we're going to do that. And Elfhelm is going to defend this side in a nice little, not quite canonical ambush, but it'll still be fun to watch anyway. And the Rohirrim lost this battle, of course. This is when Saruman threw his entire 10,000 strong army against Rohan, and they continued on towards Helm's Deep after scattering the Rohirrim forces here. Grimbold and Elfhelm were not killed, actually. They both escaped this battle, and so did many of the Rohirrim. And they would later regroup and be brought together by Gandalf, and would be part of the 1,000-strong Rohirrim force that went to relieve Theoden and his men at the Battle of Helm's Deep. So, yeah. We'll start the battle now. Whoa! Yeah, it's going to do this again. There's a lot of infantry on the other side. Let's go just take a look at what they've got. They've got a lot more Uruk-hai this time. Yeah, as you can see here, got some Uruk-hai raiders, some Uruk-hai, and other things as well. More of these scary axemen that you saw in the last battle, and some Uruk-hai. Basically, a lot of Uruk-hai, exactly what you would expect out of Saruman's army. And this is the Dunlending contingent, who are way back here. Yeah, here they are. They were also part of Saruman's army, and they will be present at some point at the Battle of Helm's Deep. That is, of course, unless we wipe them all out. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of them. We are badly outnumbered. Yeah, we've only got a few hundred soldiers in our command, and they've got, well, 10,000 or so. But I can't actually put 10,000 on here, so... Alright, we're going to send Grimbold's first detachment of soldiers over here, and they're going to defend the crossings. There we go. Put these guys over here. Yeah, like so. These guys will go over here like that. And we'll hold these guys in reserve. And at some point, Grimbold crosses. There is a battalion of Uruk-hai that tried to push through his men, and Grimbold kept some of his men on the eastern side here. So they'll be represented by these guys and Grimbold himself. And when that battalion of Uruk-hai attacked, he took his forces over there and repulsed them. And about that time, the rest of Saruman's army started to reinforce them. So they were forced to make a fighting retreat over the crossing. And around that time, a number of Warg Riders had crossed this basically imaginary crossing on this particular map, and surprised Elfhelm and his riders, and they were scattered. And eventually, Grimbold was pushed back to the eastern side, back into basically Rohan territory proper. And eventually, he was surrounded, but Grimbold, being the clever sly fox that he is, managed to slip. They basically created a shield wall, and Grimbold managed to slip some of his cavalry out of there, and had them circle around and charge into the back of the encircling Isengard forces, and they assumed, because it was dark at this point, which I probably should have put the time on night, so you'll forgive me for that little oversight, but it was dark, and they thought that more reinforcements had arrived from Edoras or wherever, so there's a lot of chaos amongst the enemy, and Grimbold and his men were managed to break out and retreat and scatter. But we can't really represent that in medieval, because once infantry gets stuck in with other infantry, they're usually pretty much stationary. Uh-oh. No, form up proper. No! This is not good. Wow. Epic flail here. Come on. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got some berserkers here. These guys are not going to be nice. Looks like these guys both on guard here.
Stay sharp.
And presumably these Dunlendings will be getting here soon enough. But yeah, it'll be about this time that Grimbold realizes that reinforcements are needed, so these guys over here. We're gonna have him move his soldiers up over here and repel their enemies. Actually, we'll have them all walk for now. We'll put Grimbold over here on this island.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, casualties on both sides were quite heavy in this battle, although it has to be said that the Isengarders' casualties were greater than that of the Rohirrim. Okay, so since that's where our line is, we'll move these guys up here. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot of Isengarders. There's only going to be more and more of them. The army stretches quite a ways up this hill, as you can see. And then, of course, there's the Dunlendings to account for, who will be here soon enough to join the party. So we'll have our men hold their ground as best as they can, and then we'll have them retreat out of here, so that there are some reinforcements left to assist Théoden and Helmston. With his great ginger beard. Yeah, and then we'll let them across, and we'll spring our trap on them, and then we'll scatter, as the Rohirrim did at the actual battle. Choppy! Yeah, that's not good. I'm intending on getting a new video card quite soon, so hopefully this lagginess when you get these thousands of people into one big massive blob will disappear as soon as I'm able to do that. Yeah, these Herod Lancers are not having a good time. I'll put, yeah, these swordsmen will back up this side here, because that's about to get smashed into by these Dunlendings. As you can see, there's a lot more heavier infantry this time around. The Dunlendings have all been armed by Saruman and sent off to war against their mortal enemies, the Rohirrim. Oh, look at that. Grimbold's just sitting over here, chilling, sitting on the beach, having a beer, getting a tan, watching all this go down. As you can see, this is a large part of Saruman's army pushing against us. Oop. Yeah, there we go. Ah, the lag, it's horrible. Yeah, as you see the Rohan here being pushed back into a ford. These guys are down here, they made themselves a little fort. Oh. Good bold. Blow your horn. Toot your horn! Oh, this group's not doing very well. Yeah, that flank might collapse pretty soon. We may have to make our tactical retreat. Remember, it's not cowardice. We're gonna live to fight another day. We're only running away strategically. Yeah, this flank here is doing a little better. These dun landings aren't much of a match for Rohirric heavy infantry, but there's quite a lot of them, and then there's also this big blob of this big mosh pit of Rohan over here. We're gonna have to retreat them so that there is actually somebody left to defend the fords. We'll reform these guys on this side. We'll put up a fight over here. We'll send these guys over here in reserve. As you can see, there's not too many of them left. Oh no, these guys are routing. These guys will probably rout soon too. Grimbold, toot your horn. Yeah, these Arid Lancers are gonna, yeah, I think they're going to be completely destroyed, perish utterly. I guess they're fighting to the death now. Now they're routing. Grimbold, where are you? Oh, there he is. Toot your horn! Your horn of courage. Reform, you spineless women! As you can see, there's nothing we can do here to delay the advance of these implacable Uruk-hai. They're very determined to get over here and to kill every one of us, so hopefully we can deny them that satisfaction. We'll have these guys make a strategic withdrawal. Run! Come on, you can do it. Get up there! Why is the AI so bad in this game? Alright, fine. Just do this. Everybody just run at them. Run at them all at once. And swing wildly.
We are here to protect our lands.
Now these guys form up into a shield wall so that they can't be pushed around too easy. Grimbold's gonna get in there and join the action. As you can see, it was quite heavy casualties on both sides, although looks like the Dunlendings and the Isengarders got the worst of this. Oh no, our swordsmen are dying! Evenly matched, apparently. Push it. We'll get Grimbold out of the fight because we don't want him to die. This long, thick line of Isengarders and Dunlendings is
Defeat seems almost certain.
pretty much unstoppable. There's just so many of them. Well, it may be up to cavalry on this side to save the day again. We're gonna push that. We're gonna throw them all in there. Get Elfhelm in there, and give these guys a chance to retreat. No, some more of them are routing. That's terrible. Yeah, they appear to be all surrounded. Run! Run for your lives! Saufkeeper! Yeah, looks like some of them are managing to get out of there. Run! Yeah, my creature doesn't like that at all, but yeah, it looks like we managed to save a few hundred of our infantry.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Oh, the enemy general is dead. We'll take these guys and we'll retreat out of there. We'll retreat up to the hills here. Hopefully everybody's got a chance to get away. So it's not a complete
We've
crushing
lost half
defeat
of our men.
for the Rohirrim. As you can see here, yeah, a lot of our infantry is running for their lives. These Aorling swordsmen are getting clear of this mess.
They will rot beneath us.
Run! There we go. Now they're nice and scattered. Let's send our troops down there. Run some of them down if we can. As you can see, it is a red, bloody rout. Our troops need to be supported here. Our infantry needs to be supported if they're going to get away. Otherwise, they're just going to run down like dogs. Yeah, it's gotten quite chaotic. This army of Saruman here is... And it's starting to spread out a little bit, and our troops want to spread out every which way. Toot your horn, Grimbold, for Rohan. But they can see that this battle is not going in their favor, so they don't have to retreat. They're gonna scatter.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
We'll have them reform a little ways up here. Let's lift up our cavalry. Yeah, we just couldn't hold back this Isengard force here. Presumably the vanguard of the much larger Isengard force, which is to follow. And in fact, the first ones into the fight were Saruman's best fighters, who were located in his vanguard. So, if the size of the enemy force is kind of breaking your immersion a little bit, just think of it that way. This is the vanguard, and they've managed to push us out. The small Rohirric garrison that was still able to fight and guard the fords. Come on, boys. Run! Yeah, as you can see, these guys have completely overrun our position. There's nothing left. No Rohirrim left to stop them. All our forces that can are saving themselves and scattering into the hills. But we're not going to give them our territory without a fight. So here's Grimbold and is up here, and Elfhelm are going to charge back in there. A few Isengarders flying through the air. Another one. Yeah, they're just being run down like dogs. As they deserve. Looks like these Urukai are starting to waver. But we are just so outnumbered. There's nothing we can do. There's just too many. Yeah, these guys, there's just nothing we can do to stop them, so we're gonna start to retreat a little bit. Bit of a fighting retreat. Take these guys and we're gonna run them over here. Oh, what are you guys doing? Run away! Flee! So we're going to take these guys and we're going to send them out of here because they're obviously quite wounded. We're going to reform with our 2 generals and our most numerous cavalry units. We're going to go for one more glorious charge against this invading Isengard and Dunlending horde. They've all stopped. They're quite happy. They've secured the crossing for the rest of the army, who is soon to follow. Oh, so we managed to rout a few of those Urukai. Got a plan here. Run them up these hills. Have them charge right down there. Then we'll have these guys hit that same unit. Catch them in a bit of a pincer if we can. Charge! Crash! There we go. Got them on both sides here. Got them at a disadvantage, but it looks like they're gonna move up some reinforcements. Or they'll just watch their comrades die. What do they care? They have the numbers. Uh oh, the spearmen are gonna come here and take our arid lancers from the rear. So this Urukai heavy infantry don't like that. We're overrunning them, but yeah, there's too many of these guys altogether. Looks like they're going to take a position on the hill or something like that. So we're going to take this opportunity of some chaos in our enemy's ranks, as it was in the actual battle. Oh no, it looks like some of our guys have run away. Oh, never mind. They're just doing what I told them to do. That's good. But yeah, we're going to take advantage of the chaos in the enemy's ranks, and we're going to get what troops remain to us out of here, and yeah, try and conserve our numbers for later battles, for saving Lord Theoden.
We are here to protect our land.
Yeah, it looks like they're retreating back here into the plains of Rohan.
They will rot beneath us.
Where are these guys? Oh yeah, these ones are the broken ones. Flee! Let's speed that up a little bit.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Looks like that's Grimbold, the man himself, is right here. But yeah, as I understand it, the defense of Grimbold and Elfhelm at these fords managed to delay the crossing of Saruman's army long enough so that reinforcements could be gathered and eventually relieve Theoden at the siege of Helm's Deep, which ultimately led to the complete destruction of Sauron's army and saved Theoden and Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn from what would have otherwise been a certain death. So yeah, the entire fate of the War of the Ring could have been decided right here. Because without all those mighty heroes and without the aid of the Rohirrim, there would have been no glorious charge at the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and the enemies might have the enemy Sauron might have taken Minas Tirith and that would have been the end to any resistance to his rule. So, yeah, this is actually a very important battle, even if it a little inglorious because we are running away. But it's ultimately it leads to a victory, so
We are here
that's
to
all right.
protect our lands.
We'll go over here. These, yeah, as you can see, we didn't give up without a fight, though. We bridged the crossing with their dead on both sides. We didn't give them an inch. Well, we gave them, you know, the entire crossing, but figuratively, we didn't give them an inch, sort of, I guess. Yeah, these berserkers, we really did a number on them, didn't we? Yeah, I think most of our forces are now clear, except for these last stragglers that are making it out. Very sad though. There's a lot of green cloaks in there. That doesn't make me happy.
This defeat is a bitter drop to swallow. Next time it'll be our foe that sups from this most foul cup.
All right, that's the second battle of the Fords of Isen. So yeah, I guess that'll do for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you in episode 6 of my Elves of Lorien Let's Play, and in the next historical battle. So as always, take care and goodbye.